Alright, so for this tutorial, we are going to look into using Fmodel, which is similar to Umodel in the sense that you view the game's files, but this one allows you to get a little more detail out of things. So what I'm going to do is download it from Google again and search for Fmodel. Now Fmodel has its own website. Download it. And same as before. Why did that not work? Go. Here's Fmodel. I'm going to extract this again. Same as before, I'm going to extract it to the desktop in a brand new folder. Now on the desktop here, we have the Fmodel folder. In here, we can open Fmodel. So mine already has settings created for it because of already having Fmodel. Yours will not. So what you will need to do is choose Directory, Selector, and you will now need to navigate to your session game folder. Now, in order to do that, you will need to click here on this little three dots, and you will need to navigate to your program files or wherever yours is located. We'll show that again here. You can go to Steam, Session, Manage, Browse Local Files. Bring you here. You can click at the top. This is your folder structure. Copy that. And in Fmodel, you can click up top and paste. Hit enter. There's your folder. Go ahead and hit select folder. Now that your folder is selected, you would need to hit a plus and add button. Probably this button. Mine's already set up, so I can't do that. But then you hit OK. It'll say you changed something and it'll need to restart to apply those settings. You say OK. All it does is close and reopen with your new settings. Now for session, this will be red instead of a green circle. And that means that you don't have the key to open up the pack. And just like for the Umodel tutorial, you will need to apply the AES key, which is right here. So here, I have it saved on my desktop for easy access. We can copy it. And then here, we can paste it, hit OK, and then this will become green. Then you can double click on your pack, and it will open the Folders tab, and then you can see the file in the game, just like you could with Umodel. The only difference is this one, you can now look at things like details about materials. You are unable to do that in Umodel. So for this, if I wanted to see how the character material is set up, I can go into the character materials, and over here I have packages. When you select a folder, you can select packages to see what's in that folder. So in this folder, in the materials folder, I want to look at email's body material. MAI stands for material instance. MAT is material. So this is a master, and this is an instance of a master. The difference is this one, when creating it, you enter in all its values manually, which I will show in a later tutorial. This one is a copy of this and simplified. So this, you will only be able to change what's already entered into the master. So in the instance here, if you double click on it, it will open a tab and tell you details about this material. It has parameters named blemish, pore tiling, roughness max, roughness min, pore normal weight, refraction depth bias. There are vector parameters. These ones up here are called scalars. So these are a single number value. Vectors are usually a 4 separate number value. You have R, G, B, and A. And you will see those in the material tutorials in the future. But this will also tell you your texture parameters. This is a global parameter named DC. And it is the texture for the male body. This shows you the folder structure or where the file is. The last name is the name of the file. So this also has the body's metal gloss and the normal. You also have other details you can find out about these things. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what kinds of things you can find in here, but I did want to at least show you that you can sort of see what exists so you can change things in these. If, for example, I was to take this material, but I wanted to make my own version of it, in my project I could recreate a material with these values in it, and then I can create an instance to change the values, and then another instance to change the values. Now this can also be used to find out variables like in blueprints. We'll do, I don't know, blueprints we got. Here, we'll look at one of mine. Oh, nope. Oh, I guess I can't see the custom maps. I was gonna look at the custom maps, but never mind. So we'll just look at, I don't know, object placer or something. So there's a blueprint. In the packages, you can see different blueprints that are here. If I double click on one, you can see values that exist in that blueprint. There's child properties. These are components attached to this actor. There is more component stuff. This is one of the components called a static mesh component, and its name is plain back wall underscore gen or variable. Now this tells you what material is applied to this static mesh, and then it tells you its location inside of the blueprint. This is a relative location to its parent in the object, in the blueprint. There's another static mesh component called plane ceiling. It has a material as well, and it has a relative location. So this will tell you kind of how the blueprint is structured, but it does not tell you any code that exists in the blueprint. The only thing you can find is components and variables, and sometimes you can see some of the function names. But that is enough for you to be able to access these things to manipulate them if you wish, or create child versions of these and alter what exists in the child. So back here, there is also the capability to export using this, similar to Fmodel. I have not personally done this, but let's give it a shot. Why not? So this guy right here, say I want this. It does, unlike Fmodel, it does not show me the meshes. This is the same mesh that we saw in Fmodel that was a character. I can't see it, but what I'm going to try to do is save them. And I will export them to the Fmodel folder on my desktop, which I don't remember how to get there. Desktop. So Fmodel. So I'm going to create an export folder here. And then I'm going to select this folder and see what happens. I have never tried this, so here we are. Here's an export folder. I have nothing. Okay. So if I right click, maybe I can export raw data. I don't know what that means. Pretty sure I'm supposed to be able to export like that. I don't know how it works, but there are other tutorials online for it. I personally use Fmodel for my exporting, and I use Fmodel for finding out the details I want to know. Like, this tells me everything I need to know about the character, all of its LODs. This can be very active, all of its materials, every material applied to it I can see. The bones, it looks like. Yeah, lots of information that can be useful. But that will be it for our Fmodel. We'll see you in the next one.